SEC football tonight, presented by Regions Bank. Bob Pasella, George Foster, Ryan Stewart. All right, now the Gators are coming off a poor effort against Louisiana Lafayette. Ditto the previous week against Missouri. How does this team, George, kick it up a notch with Jacoby Brissett under center?
I think they just go back to the basics: block, tackle, follow your assignments. You know, you're playing a team that's clearly inferior to you physically. They don't have the athletes that Florida has, and they never will have the athletes that Florida has. So they got to take care of business. It'll be a shame if they don't come out and just totally dominate Jacksonville State.
Well, it was a shame. All right, a huge game for Missouri on Saturday. Hosting Syracuse. With a win, the Tigers become bowl eligible. However, it appears that they will be without their top defensive player, tackle Sheldon Richardson, who reportedly has been suspended for violating a team rule. George, how does a team circle the wagons when you have a big-time player like this out?
Well, you just have the guys that, like they say, next man up. He's going to be a tough guy to replace. He's been playing great football, even to move to the tougher SEC conference, the Southeastern Conference, and he's a player that it's not really replaceable, but you have to replace him. Have to.
All right, 8th-ranked Texas A&M shouldn't have any trouble at all picking up its 4th straight win when it faces Sam Houston State. With Johnny Manziel leading the way, the Aggies are 8-2 overall. They're 5-2 in the SEC. And that got us thinking, what if the Aggies had stayed in the Big 12? Would they be unbeaten right now, George?
Well, that's an excellent question. It has me thinking. And if you look back and you see what's going on in the Big 12 this year, Kansas State is playing lights out football. They'd be tough to beat by anybody in the country right now. And who knows, you could look up and lose to a Texas or Oklahoma at any time. So I don't think they'd be undefeated, but the addition of Manziel definitely gives them a chance to be, although I don't think it would happen.
All right.
I think they'll be excited just to be going bowling. Being at home, I've played in the Peach Bowl before, not coming a few miles just straight from Athens, and we had a blast. And especially get a chance to win that game, it makes it even better. And to do it in front of your home crowd that is surely going to be there.
All right, Zaid. Now, while this Tennessee team is distracted, Vandy is fired up from last year's post-game comments by Derek Dooley. You heard what he said. Vandy definitely has the emotional edge, but how does that carry onto the football field? Does it?
It can. It's just you got to figure out the climate of your team. Can they handle it? Are they an older team, or if they're a younger team and maybe a little bit distracted? If they're an older team and more mature, maybe they can just ignore it and go out and play good football.
All right, game in Athens. Georgia begins its 2-week stretch against triple option teams facing Georgia Southern. Of course, the following week, it's Georgia Tech. George, as a player, 2 straight weeks of triple options, that's got to affect you. And as an offensive lineman, you're cut blocking for 2 straight weeks. As a defensive lineman, how do they feel about that, the cut blocks?
They hate it.
Should it be illegal?
They hate it. I don't think it should be illegal simply because the cut blocks, a legal cut block, you can see it coming. It's supposed to be in front of you. As long as they don't catch them behind their legs, then it should be fine. But defensive linemen hate it. I played for the Denver Broncos, and we are known for it, and people hated it. They can't stand it. And so it's going to be good work for Tech, because Tech can put up some numbers, and they're going to need that work working against that option.
All right, Missouri.